Hi everyone, here to talk a little bit about setter transitions and defensive reads from right back. Today we're looking at some footage from our match this season against Santa Cruz High. As always, the purpose of these videos is to help our athletes see opportunities for improvement in their technique and reading of the game. We'll be looking at serve-receive in rotations 1, 2, and 3. If setters leave as the server makes contact with the ball, they will not be called out of rotation. Now, the first pass is a little bit tight, but you can see Haley makes this movement over to the side of the court instead of running up directly to the setting spot. As soon as the server makes contact with this ball, Haley needs to go straight to her setting spot, which is about 3 feet off the net and a little bit to the right of center. Now, this next pass is pretty much perfect. Peyton makes a great angle to the side of her body, but Haley is still unable to get her hands on it because she does not immediately release to her setter position. Here in this clip, Julia does a good job of leaving immediately as the setter makes contact, but she could be a little bit closer to the center of the court. Here are two examples of clean, precise row 1 transitions from Wisconsin's M.J. Hamill and UCLA's Andrew Rowan.
What a hit! Sarah
by Hoagland. Right back to him and going over the top of the block.
You'll notice in both cases, the setter's priority is to get to their setting position. My examples from rotation 2 are to point out the multi-directional move of the setter. Efficiency of movement is a very critical part of being a good setter, and reading where the pass will end up accurately first will help setters be balanced when taking their contact. Here are some clips of Maya Baker from Archbishop Midi and one of the best setters in Northern California to illustrate clean, precise reads and movement to the ball. Next up, we have rotation 3. In a 5-1, this is the last rotation where your setter is a back row player. Again, it's very important to quickly release to your setting position and to face the left side of the court. Here's what row 3 looks like from Tennessee's Caroline Kerr and UCLA's Andrew Rowan. Notice how they both set their feet at the starting spot, and then, as they read the pass, quickly and efficiently move to where the ball is falling.
available. Franklin from the line. And right back for Tennessee.
That thought after this service. Good pass. David again. Jakob.
This play is a great example of setter movement around the ball. As Andrew Rowan does his first transition, he ends up square to the outside hitter. Then, as the ball is covered, he once again rotates around the ball with his back to the net, facing the outside, and back sets it to his right side. Andrew Rowan and his UCLA team were the 2023 national champions. They won the 20th national championship in the history of the men's volleyball program at UCLA. What a great year for the freshman setter. As we roll the clip, we'll move on to our next topic, defense as a setter and right back. What we're looking for all defenders is to be stopped and still at the moment of impact, whether it's off a serve, an attack, a cover, or a free ball. From a balanced position, you can make any kind of defensive move, but if you are in motion, it is often hard to put up a good pass. You'll notice that Haley's feet don't stop moving during this play, which leads to a lot of extra wasted movement and energy. Here are some clips of Maya again in similar defensive situations. Notice how she is stopped and stable with her footwork at the moment of impact and then cleanly and efficiently moves to where the pass is going. As defenders, we are always looking to read hitters based on criteria such as the quality of the set. Is it tight, low, off, outside of the pin? What swings are hitters likely to take in each of those situations? And finally, positioning ourselves around our blockers. Here's a look at Natalie Monroe from Santa Cruz High taking an inside approach on an inside set, which results in a line swing. Here, our block is reasonably established, and so as the right back defender, Haley should place herself with her right foot on the sideline, which might help her get a touch on this ball. Here's a look at Natalie when she isn't forced to receive the first ball and can leave for a big approach from the outside of the court. You'll notice that her jump carries her into the ball, which is a good indicator of an angle swing. Here's a look at their outside two, who's a little bit smaller of a hitter, but you can see from her approach that she is decelerating, with an approach that stops short, indicating a shot or a tip is coming. She is a little early and under the set, which only gives her the option of taking a less powerful attack. Here, Julia should also have her foot on the line, as the block is pretty established. Here's a look at the same hitter with a similar approach. Due to the nature of the decelerating approach and how the hitter has her arm underneath the ball, we must anticipate a slower play or a shot. While Julia does a good job setting her feet on defense and even getting a touch on the ball, we need to operate under the assumption that it is very rare for opponents to hit the ball right at us, especially at the varsity level. Reading is about taking chances and leaving base if you see something which can help you get more touches on defense. This play illustrates a hitter in a tough situation. The set looks to be a little tight, the block is very established, and you can see the early hand of the hitter up, which is a clear indication of a tip coming up over the block. I believe that anything can be learned with a little bit of focus and intentionality in training. We have lots and lots of opportunities this season to get a little bit better, match after match, practice after practice. Volleyball is a game about quickly processing information and making adjustments based on what you're seeing. Reading is a very critical skill. I'll end this video now with a fun rally from our match this week.
Tennessee.